All right, so we're going to cover 11 to 17 November, what sold, and everything you're going to see was from my eBay store. So this item, as well as the next three items, all went to the same person, um, and they all shipped to Switzerland via simple export rate through pirate ship. So first one is the male alien from They Live. He's a reaction figure. The female They Live character, Vic Rattlehead, Megadeth's mascot, and Alfred Hitchcock. Um, I don't recall what was paid in shipping for simple export rate, but they definitely did not get free shipping. Free shipping is only for domestic orders. I think it was $18 or $20 in shipping, and it's arrived already. This went. This popped up. It went to Rhode Island. The customer bought both and cleaned me out of stock, which, well, two isn't much. These are 3-point rifle slings, 4 M4s. And he paid $56.50 for the two and free priority shipping. This is, if you've watched any of my previous videos, I bought a batch of these police duty handcuff cases, and it went for $21.50. I lowered the price recently just to kind of refresh the listing, and with free shipping. This one sold, the Great Garloo, for $26.50 with free shipping. About not even 3 minutes after it sold, I got a notice of request cancel order. Didn't give me a reason or anything like that. I don't need to figure these things out. I don't need the headache, so I just went ahead, canceled the order, refunded the money, then contacted eBay to complain about the potential loss of money from PayPal, and they assured me that on these quick turnaround cancellations, they do not keep the PayPal fee. So I do need to go check my invoice just to see if they were right or wrong. This one went to the UK. It's Papa Emeritus III, the lead singer of Ghost in reaction figure form. He went simple export rate, and that is somewhere in England now, waiting for delivery. And I don't recall what the simple. I think it was $12.50 for shipping. This was Disney Infinity, the video game system, Buzz Lightyear. Now Disney's no longer doing the Infinity system. I guess people got tired of buying all the toys and accessories, similar to Lego Dimensions, and there's one other system like that. It's got Skylanders. I think they've fallen out of favor again. But this was one of my kids' old toys. He didn't. We bought this. It didn't go with anything, so he doesn't use it. So I sold it. And I do that with all his old toys. As he outgrows them or gets new stuff, he gives them to me, and I sell them. And to guesstimate the cost of goods sold, he gets to pick out something new, a video game, a toy, or something like that. This was purchased. Despite what it looks like, it's a palm size. It goes on a key ring. It's a self-defense key ring. It's not a pleasure toy. It didn't ship yet because it hasn't paid yet. It's going to France, or eventually. This was supposed to go global shipping, but because I have global shipping and direct shipping, I didn't realize he selected direct shipping. So I sent him the invoice the other day. I'm just waiting for him to pay. So it'll be $9.50 plus shipping on top. This was also my kids. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Hero in the Half Shell playset. It stood a little over around 3 feet tall. It has missing one accessory, but it has everything else. It's in great condition. I had to Frankenbox it. Wasn't fun. It sold for $51 with free shipping, and luckily it only went to the other side of the state. New Jersey's not a huge state, so it went up to North Jersey, so it was like 7 something for shipping. So not a bad deal. Uh, this is the Star Wars comic issue number 76, and it's going to Canada. And strangely enough, after I started packing this and printing out the shipping label and all that, bought another one and paid separate shipping for it. And these went simple export rate. And this is Star Wars Comic 80. I looked this guy up on Tool House. I don't know what had me do it. His last 10 or 15 orders, he left negatives. So he's either a really bad buyer or he's a butthead. I'll let you know which it is on next week's video. Going to a different person, also going to Canada, simple export rate. Vic Rattlehead. I think we've covered him enough, so you know who he is. Want to highlight an item. I had this weird phenomenon, and this is the Cthulhu mug. If you're an H.P. Lovecraft fan, you know who he is. He was the Call of Cthulhu, and he's in a dreamlike dead state in the city of Rayleigh, which is under the sea somewhere. So every time I get wholesale orders and I get a quantity of them, I always end up selling everything except one. And then that one just sits and sits and sits. I can't figure out why. And now this one happened to have a little cracked corner. That you know, it's just something I'd never figured out. One day I'm going to do a little video on what I have one of left from large orders. But it's very cool. They all sold pretty quick, except for this last one. And I'm hoping someone watches this video and falls in love and says, I need this. So here are some of my newly listed items. These all came in the last few days. The doll is Annabelle, based after the Annabelle the Conjuring. She is a Metzko toy from the Living Dead doll line. I have about a dozen of her, half dozen of her. And the two on the right are games I found at the thrift shop, of all places. Civilization is an Avalon Hill game, and it's from 50,000 BC to double digits BC. And it is complete. It's got everything to it, but it is partially punched. World in Flames is complete. The box has got some damage to it, but it is unpunched, which thank God it is, because it had 1,000 pieces, has 1,000 counters to it. And I don't have the time. Well, I do have the time to put in to count them, but I really did not want to count. Would not want to count 1,000 pieces and try and get it listed all in one day. So I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Be safe. It is a neurotic travel time of year, and this is where actually the day before Thanksgiving is the highest vehicle accident rate at any time in the U.S. So be careful. Watch out for all the nuts out there. And unrelated Thanksgiving, Black Friday is the day after. If you are ordering online, porch piracy is happening. It's a real thing. Take necessary precautions to protect your stuff. Either if you're using UPS, have them ship it to an access point or UPS store. The same with FedEx. Or have the post office hold your stuff. It's a bit more of an inconvenience, but just play it safe. And that's all I got for you. Have a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'm going to turn it around and wrap it up. Bye.